Coming up next, a matchup for the UFC Women's Bantamweight Division title. All right, here's the #1 women's bantamweight contender. She believes for a while she's been the best at 135 pounds. She's making the walk tonight, staring down the champion. Confidence, not an issue. Fear, not a factor. We'll see if this talented #1 contender can shed that label and leave with a new one as the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion. So here she is, the undisputed UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion. How about the confidence as she makes the walk here tonight? She wants to get in there, take care of business, and go eat some buffalo wings in the back. She's been the best 135er in the world now for some time. Another title defense, what's in front of her? She doesn't try to make the moment too big. And even though the challenger has a lot of momentum here tonight, she knows she's the hunted for a reason and is looking to prove that she is still the best in the world at 135. All right, now let's get you the tail of the tape for this Women's Bantamweight Championship fight. Both fighters are now 30 years old, with big differences in height and reach. All right, now to get us started with the introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner.
This woman is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 11 wins, 5 losses.
She stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Kansas City, Missouri, USA, presenting the challenger, Megan Anderson. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner.
This woman is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 21 wins, 3 losses.
She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 115 pounds.
All right, this is for the championship. You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
The fighters touch him up.
Ready. You ready to fight?
All right, here we go. UFC Women's Bantamweight title is on the line. And she lands a punch there. We'll see if she can start to turn these singular strikes into combinations now.
She's gonna have to find something to follow that big strike that she's landing over and over again. It's such a fast leg kick.
Really using her reach advantage there with that punch, DC.
Oh, clinch position. Watch the knees and the elbows come now. Nice shot to the body.
Edge of your seat action as expected so far. Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. Oh, nice job by her to land a knee to the body. Her size advantage certainly helped on that exchange. Well, she's been good tonight, but she missed without. Oh, Oh, she's got the right hand going tonight, DC.
She's in a great flow, and she's throwing from her dominant side to land that great strike.
Ooh, beautiful connection by her on that punch.
She's so fast when she throws.
That jab is fast. Look at that jab.
Oh, she's got as good a tie clinch as anybody in this division, and she has gotten the tie plum here.
She got the tie clinch because she's so well-versed in going and securing that position. Great job. Fantastic.
And there it is. So her
land.
best entry, I think, in terms of the offensive wrestling and the takedown attempts, finally gets her opponent down for the first time tonight.
It feels like she gave up on getting the takedown, so it started to flow more naturally.
Right.
She was not forcing her entries anymore. Just let it come to her, and now she's got the takedown to speak for.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Zhang. Well, her opponent is squirming, and this might be the beginning of the end. The ground and pound strikes continue to land at will.
She's landing them over and over again. She needs to make sure that when she's chasing the finish, she doesn't get excited and lose the position.
Well, she did not miss a single grappling practice during this training camp, and here's your evidence. Outstanding movement on the ground.
She looks like a master of grappling with the great movement that she's showing on the ground.
Oh, she's got the full mount now, DC. Her ground and pound is fantastic, and maybe that'll open the door for a submission.
It will have to open the door, because if she rushes, she'll fall off to the side. In the top position, especially in the full mount, you got to be very, very patient. You cannot rush. Everything needs to matter, because it won't take much. You're sitting on the person's chest or sitting on their hips, fully on top of them. It won't take many of the big ground strikes. Take your time, find your submission. She needs to do that. Punch, punch, punch. When her opponent gets desperate, latch onto an arm, go and attack that arm bar.
Man, she is just non-stop on the ground, moving in all the right directions. Another nice transition by her there.
She's moving a lot, but every movement has purpose.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Zhang Weili. Oh, pretty good job there posturing up and landing with the ground and pound. She has been very efficient in this situation tonight.
Very efficient and very accurate. Hats off to her.
She's trying to pass the guard here. Ooh, unable to do so. Nice denial by the bottom fighter.
Great recognition in the grappling transitions. Way to maintain that guard.
All right, both women now continuing to try to get a more dominant position here in the clinch. I can hear Dominic Cruz just screaming underhooks. My ears are bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, underhook, underhook, underhook. It's the key in that position. You got to control the underhook to win offensively and control the underhook if you're trying to escape defensively.
She lands a kick there. She might be the best kicker in this division.
She may just be the best kicker in this entire division. She does a great job of using that as a way to dominate a fight. There's no give on that leg kick.
Hard shots landing on both sides here. Nice land there with the right punch. Easy to see why that is her weapon of choice.
Great right hand. Nice land. Great punch.
Zhang gets in the clinch yet again. Lands the right hand. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one. All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
Calm down, calm down. We knew she was coming to throw bombs. She caught you, okay? You cut, but it's okay. Don't worry about the cut. You got it under control.
All right, so the last 5 minutes were nothing if not dominant as we get to the next round here. And she told us on Thursday, I'm going to work the body, wear my opponent down. So far, so good.
So far, so good. She's done a great job of just staying the course.
Yeah.
You don't see the immediate return on body punches, but if you stay the course, if you wait, in the long term, it will pay itself out.
Oh, man, and I hate to laugh, but she lands another kick there, and now you're really starting to see that visible damage on the other side.
When you start seeing the redness in the leg, that means that every time she is driving that baseball bat right into the thigh where she wants it to land, and now her opponent is limping, her opponent's wounded, her opponent's injured, and now watch the target be way more stationary. Ooh, what a punch. Liver kick.
And she's back in the clinch. Zhang gets hit with a kick. Oh, big knee. Now goes in and secures the takedown.
Over and over. You come up, you go down. Another takedown land.
Zhang's looking for that arm triangle.
Watch triangle, watch triangle. There it is. Now she's in trouble.
And there it is! Yeah, no doubt about it. That is some opportunistic grappling right there, and nice finishing instincts as well. You see a lot of fighters get the dominant position, but aren't necessarily able to lock up the choke or force the tap. No problem with her as she gets one of the bigger wins of her UFC career. All right, so there's the end of the round, and in terms of offensive wrestling execution, she had it all going there.
Yeah, she had it all working. She did everything she wanted to do. She was racing to position. Once she got to her leg, she didn't pause. She didn't stop. She went right to the finishes that she needed in order to get the fight to the ground. I mean, that was a great display of offensive wrestling.
So there she is, celebrating with her corner, the queen of the 135ers, the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion. And how about the method of victory tonight as she gets it done by submission?
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 46 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out due to arm triangle choke, and still the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, Zhang.
Not unlike the great Israel Adesanya, she doesn't hope and pray. She aims and fires, and she is still the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion.
What a great champion that rules atop this division. She's the queen of the world in one of the UFC's best women's division.